And we're live. Now we just gotta get this into the hands of the public.
I'll set up a meeting for with those app guys tonight. Sounds like they're really into solopreneur state because they have some fires to
There we are. Whoa.
extinguish, which means they're fucking up.
13 levels.
Thank you,
Which
Alejo.
means they can use your help to scale up, which means they can deliver lower cost stuff.
All right.
And if there's a lot of repetitive stuff, the apps for local businesses can really streamline that process.
5 viewers. Oh shit. 5 viewers already, but who is it? Can we see who it is?
It's the revenue. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Never asked. But let me flip up the website.
It's working finally. Yay. All right. Can someone try to write us a comment in just use Facebook.
We can use the Facebook group. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. So shit, let's see here. If you're watching us right now, we have 2 viewers. Try commenting if you can on the Google thing here. I don't know what you're seeing, but I guess it would show up on, maybe it's showing up on a page. Never mind, we don't want that. If you're watching this one now, post up a comment in the Facebook post, just saying like, yeah, I see you or I hear you or something, just so we know. And if we see you there, then we'll just communicate through that one. Okay. I see you. Good. Nice. Thank you. Alejo, you can hear us, so it looks like there might be a little bit of a lag. That's good. Everyone is responding. Excellent. Okay, so if someone wouldn't mind, while we kick this off, just post. Excellent. You can post on both. Let me just write this down. For anyone who joins us later, check this link. Yep. Good. And I'm using Facebook. Bam. All right. Cool, guys. So now we got that sorted. What's up? Welcome to the Sales Domination Masterclass, episode 2, Monday the 13th. We're just eating a little bit of food, so you kind of here with us, real casual and nice. I like that. I like that.
That's good. This is the Google.
We got 5 viewers right now. It's good. Let me just make these windows a little bit easier to see here. 6 viewers. Wow, this feels good already, man. Why don't we start out with everyone who's already here. If you have any questions to start us off, because we have a lot to cover, give us an idea of what you're thinking about, and then we'll dive right into the curriculum for the day. Okay. Either we're lagging or we don't have any questions to start out. So, in that case, where should we start, Jess?
Right. Let's start with the big goal. Make sure everyone knows the big goal we have. And one more recap of the kind of agency overall. So anyone that's worked with me, if you guys are on the call, I know a couple of you guys know my stuff. So I use what I call the product pyramid approach, which is very strategically using multiple price points to get more customers, make more sales and more upsells. And that's something we applied to this business now. So we have our kind of foot soldiers, our sales guys, social media guys on the floor right now at the base level, where we are offering the super low $200 a month done for you Facebook page management service. So we've got our guy, our team on that, and Derek heading up the team, who is able to provide that at super low cost since he's scaling up his business with us. So we're able to go into the door, snap up local businesses. One or two of our sales guys are out there signing up a bunch of hotel chains and things right now already. We've got a few more presentations we're doing this week, webinars, some seminars coming soon. We're going to be selling these things in bulk. So already our social media team had 3 people, three workers 10 days ago. Now they've got 10. So they're rapidly growing their business.
And in like 6 languages as well.
Quadrupled his business. We're quadrupling the number of countries we're going to go into. At the same time, that's at the bottom level where we'll get these businesses in on that level. And then later on, once we build relationships with them, we'll start ascending them up to maybe SEO services, video, blogging, content, paid Facebook ads, whatever they might need. We've got people that can provide those things for them. While at the same time, at the top level, we have kind of more selective work where we're going with high 6-figure, 7-figure kind of businesses who really want to go in and get the whole thing done. They want their funnels built, SEO, big, marketing agency stuff. So those guys, that's being taken care of by part of our team right now. Whilst we're focusing on helping you guys get there, make the easiest sales possible. And out of the $200 basic, you get $50 recurring passive out of that for every month that you stay as a customer, okay, which we're planning on making a long time. So, a lot of the questions, you can see here Mike's asking, a lot of the questions are going to be around the social media service itself, what kind of content, how often, things like that. So we are chasing up Derek to give a great presentation for you guys. We want to have him to create he's working right now on like a booklet, like a document, PDF that you guys be able to print, which is going to include everything in there for you. I don't really know how to answer too much about what type of content that, that depends on a lot of factors, depends on the business they're working with and so on. But Derek is going to get that document. And if you have any questions about that anytime, just post in the group. You can tag him in there. And Alex is making a link right now to our Facebook page, the Black Box Digital Facebook page, which Derek has just started populating with content. So there's all types of content. It'll be a mix every day. And of course, the more content the company have to work with, maybe they have blog posts, they have videos, they have photo files. The more of that stuff they already have, our team can use that. If they haven't got anything, then we'll use whatever we can. We'll custom make some small content. But if they need anything more advanced, our content marketing creation team can help them do that as well. So yeah, Derek will have questions on that basically. So today we're going to cover really the main consultation process. So by now you guys know that we run their Facebook page, we find local businesses, run their Facebook page through a performance review. Okay, it gives them a quantifiable, direct thing which tells them, based on a few metrics, including we'll tell them a basic percentage score, a list of recommendations. It'll help them get points based on their reach, their interaction, engagement, and so on. it ranks them based on paid, milestones their business has put, relevant links, how good their username is, the number of posts they're doing, the number of engagement, likes, comments, shares. It evaluates all this, evaluate which of their post types do the best. If it's status updates, images, videos, it rates the timing of their posts. We review the length of their posts, if it's good for their audience, and loads of stuff like that. So gives them a real score and gives our team lots of things to work on, and then reevaluate the page and give them a new score so we can really track the difference. So that's been done, and our kind of thing is to do that free review for the businesses. We take the results to them, and with that review comes like a 20 to 30 minute sit down consultation or phone call. So we can do it over the phone too. So that's what we're covering kind of today, is going to go over that phone call or in-person meeting. Leandros put a video in the group already. He took action on this and he's out there doing it already. So it is really pretty simple, to be honest.
He's doing it right now. That's why he's not on the calls, because he's in the meeting selling it right now, actually.
Yeah, so he signed up like a chain of like 5 hotels today or something, I think.
Channel 4? Channel 4 hotels, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, when we go into a sales consultation, it usually takes 45 minutes to an hour or so, because you have to usually extract information from the prospect. We have to ask them all the questions, find out their goals, and things like that. But with this approach, a lot of the information on the work is already done for you. You've got all the information in the review. So, and we've been through that somewhere else.
It takes no work.
So that's all done for you, basically. So you go in there armed with all the information you might need. All we want to find out, basically, the main piece of information we want to find out from them is what one average customer is worth to their business. Okay, and we'll get to why that's important in a bit. But ultimately, any sales process, and if you've learned with Alex, I'm sure you've learned this stuff already, but any sales process is simply, I put it as simple as, they are at point A. They are where they are, which is in pain. They have a problem. They want to be at point B over here, which is pleasure, which is what they want. Okay, and they just have a gap or a problem in the middle, of which we might or might not have the solution. Okay, but it's more than likely 99% that if we run their page through our review system and it's showing that they're not doing very well, which is the case most of the time, then the reason they're not getting engagement, they're not getting leads, they're not making sales, not making money from Facebook, is because their page is failing at these things. So we do have the solution for them. We've already found out what the problem is, and we are going to sit down with them in the meeting and present it to them. And we're going to talk them through every step. So all we're going to do is educate them on the limitations of their page. So again, guys, when you use the Likealizer software we provided you guys, a lot of it will be on there. It would have been easier if we had GoToWebinar working. We would have done a screen share right now.
We can do that.
Can we do that? Yeah. On your computer though.
Yeah.
So I just want to bring up a Likealizer page and just walk through like an example of showing the information it gives.
Mm-hmm.
We're using like 4 different laptops here right now, so. Okay, I'm just going to bring up a Likealizer page. We can run a Facebook page through it. Maybe you can just show the whole process. You're finding a Facebook page first.
Sure. Okay, interesting. Right. So this is a little bit weird, the fact that I can't make sure that everyone's can hear me and stuff, but 6 viewers, so I guess everything's good. And I assume if you any problem, you guys can't hear me or something, just yeah, let me know. Post a little comment in the Facebook thread.
These guys can see the page now, right? They can see this.
That's correct. Yeah. So let's look at let's check out one of mine. Oops. Facebook.com/BossLifeBlog. This is something I have not been consistent with. I never outsourced it, so I have a pretty shit score. And yeah, so we can see it here. 31 out of 100. Publish posts more often, ask more questions to my fans, like other pages, interact with those pages, create more engaging posts, and review the length.
Yeah, so that'll give you the basic recommendations. And what we can do is go through in a consultation, we can go through these points with people. So the great thing is it tells you what each criteria is, tells you why it's important, okay? And then basically we want to ask them on each of these things, show them so we can tell them, first of all, you know, here's some things that are okay. You know, you've linked to your website, you know, I'm going to click this. This gives you all the information. So you can literally say this to the client. So you'll be saying, look, we found out that you've given your website. So that's pretty good. You've specified good about information. So that stuff's okay. You know, pages liked. These are all things they're not doing so well. So here's a good one, like PTAT, people talking about this. So you might come to them and say, okay, here's some areas that we can see you could be improving. Okay, we've found from our review that, you know, you can just say that literally, you can tell them that with the amount of likes that you have, you should be able to engage more followers, okay? So the engagement rate is pretty low on the page, okay? We can tell them that we measure engagement rate by calculating the people talking about this compared to the number of likes. Even says here, we have data that on Facebook, you should have an engagement rate greater than 7%. This one's 0.57. So this is really all quantifiable, okay? And basically all we're gonna do is we're gonna find kind of the bits they need the most help with, explain to them that it's underperforming, and you know, basically we wanna ask them some kind of agreement question in the sales consult to find out if they can get this sorted out. So, you know, I would say here something like, you have a low engagement rate. We found your engagement rate was 0.57, and that means that compared to the number of likes you have, there's not many people talking about it, okay? And we can say the stats show we need to get that up to 7% for you to have good engagement. And then I would ask the business owner something like, do you have a strategy in place? You know, are you doing anything to boost that engagement rate right now? And the answer they're going to say is either going to be like, no, clearly not, or they'll say something like, well, we thought we did, right? Because a lot of business owners will think they're doing this right until we show them the actual numbers, okay? And then in the sales consult, you're just going to make little notes on that, so, you know, that they haven't got a sales process, or it needs updating or whatever else. And those little notes you jot down become your prescription later on. So we're not going to recommend any solutions just yet in the call, in the meeting. You're just going to say, here's a problem, here's what you need, and you know, here's what we have to get instead. Do you have a strategy in place to do that, or do you have a team working on this? We just want to find out genuinely where they are with this and what they plan on doing with it. Okay. You know, post per week is the next one, right? So we can then say, okay, next thing in our review, we saw that you're posting 0.18 posts a week, right? So I'm gonna do it with Alex right now as if it was like a real thing. So I'll say, right, Mr. Walton, you know, we found on your page that your posts are only 0.68 a week, okay?
Yeah.
Where's like lazy on?
It's still, yeah.
And so, all right, so Yeah, so I'll say literally as like Liza tells me, you should probably post more often. Your Facebook page is almost dead. It actually says that. Okay?
Yeah, I know. But
So I would say, okay, so does that make sense to you, right? That why you need to post more often.
well, yeah, it's almost dead.
So do you have a strategy in place to do regular content posting?
No, I tried to do it and keep up with it because I heard it was important, but I just couldn't get myself to do it, and I just fell off and stopped because I didn't see any results. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have time to do that and start posting more?
Not really.
No, I'm too busy. Okay. Well, don't worry about that. Okay. So you see, there we go. We found what the problem is and why they have a problem. Okay. Next thing down then, and again, I'm just made a note of that. I'm not saying, oh, you should hire someone. I'm just noting down, okay, he hasn't got time, because this is all ammunition for us at the end later on when we give our prescription. Okay. This is all lining up to show he likely needs our service and it's a good fit for him. The next thing I can come down to is likes, comments, and shares per post. 7, okay? So we'd say, look, the next thing our review showed was that with the amount of likes you have, you should be able to activate more followers with your posts. You might need to try something new because it's not really working. Do you have any plans or any strategies to kind of boost your engagement or get more different posts out there?
Nope.
No? Okay, right. So this is the kind of conversation you're going to have, because business owners don't have a freaking clue what the hell they're doing, right? So I might put a positive here, and say the next thing we found was that posts, you have good variety in your posts. So that's coming up well. You have 50% from images, 50% videos. The fans aren't getting bored of that, so that's good. You have good variety. Okay. Have you thought about any other types of posts to further your variety even more?
Like what?
It could be more professional done images, professional videos, anything like that interests you?
I would not. Where to start with that stuff?
Okay, well, no worries. So we can talk about that later, maybe. Right? If he says, "Oh my God, I would love to do more videos," then okay, we can mention that again. We can say we can talk about that later because we have video people, right? Next one, back to timing. Okay, the next thing we found, our review showed you're publishing most of your posts between 6 and 9 GMT, but actually if you posted between 3 and 6 GMT, you'd actually get more users engaged. Okay, so do you have a scheduling system in place for your posts at the moment?
Hell no.
So how do you determine when you post right now?
Just whenever I feel like it.
Okay, so again, no strategy in place. Okay, and so on and so on, and you just use the same thing all the way through. We can also show them the ranking compared to other people, right? So compared to similar brands and so on. So we can say, we also found out that your page, in comparison to similar brands, similar brands have an average of 60%. Okay, but you're at 31, so it's you're half as good as most other brands in your category. Were you aware of that?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Right. So finally, then we have the final recommendations. Okay. So overall, this is the gist of it, and we'd say, right, finally, to review. Okay, here's our action plan for you. So now is when we provide them even more value, and we say, look, this is an action plan we'd recommend for you, and we're actually going to tell them right now what they need to go and do. Okay, we're not telling them how to do it because that's not a training call. Okay, but we're going to tell them what to do and remind them why it's important. So we say, okay, that's the findings. Okay, that's like the diagnosis. The prescription now is we've got a list of things that we would recommend you do that you can take with you right now and improve all those problems. Does it sound good to hear that?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so first thing is it's got to be publishing posts more often. Okay, so you want to build in a good schedule, post more often, at least 2 or 3 times a day probably.
Yep.
And get on with that. Does that sound like a good idea to you?
Seems like a lot of work.
It is a bit of work, but that's what we recommend doing. Do you have a marketing team or anyone that can handle this for you?
I have some people in my office, but this they're probably not would be I don't know if I trust them to do this, or if it's a good use of their time, or if they're trained for it.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so there you go. So he knows now he knows this, but again, he's in a position where it can't get done, right?
I don't want to hire a new person on my team for $5,000 a month and add spend extra salary for a marketing team manager.
Totally understand that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's run you by the other things and we see if we can help you at the end, right? So asking more questions, right? So ask more questions, that'll get you more engagement. They'll start responding more, and that might lead to them having conversations with build trust, and then from there they'll reach out, message you. Do you think if you did that, you might get more leads?
Yeah, I can see how that would work.
Okay, fantastic. Another solution here is to like other pages and interact with them. So doing that helps you reach out to other pages, you get shared more often, and you can share leads and customers with people that offer complementary services to yours.
Oh, wow.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay, create more engaging posts and reviewing the length of your posts, right? So that's like the main criteria there. Okay, and so basically we've given them the plan. That's the value. That's what we've given them. That's the first thing we've given for free. And I kind of do like a two-step close, which is just taught to me by my Frank Kern, one of my mentors, which is simply finishes off with, does that sound like an effective list of, like an effective plan to you?
Yeah, sounds effective.
And of course, that's right. They can't say no because your performance review just showed that's what they do. So they're like an idiot. They say no. So you can see these series of steps, or you might say, can you see how this is doing that would boost your Facebook page and get you more clients? Right. And the next thing I'm going to ask simply is then, okay, so that's your plan. That's what you need to do. Would you like to go and implement this on your own, or would you like to discuss having our done-for-you team to handle it for you?
Oh, well, sure. I would love to. Let's definitely talk about it.
Okay, so let's go with like a no. If they say no, first of all, what else might you say, like a negative reaction?
If they're like, no, like I'm not interested in the do it, I'll just handle it myself, something like that.
Okay, and we'll just say, great, no problem. We're really happy. We'd love to check up with you in a month or so and see what results you've been getting, and we'll run the page through again in a month to test how much you've improved it on your own.
Nice.
And we'll be back to give you another report.
Excellent.
Right. So again, we have no ill will towards them. Okay. The objective here is not to close a sale; it's to help the person, right? So, but we're doing it in a kind of crafty way where it's like we know they're going to do shit, right? So, so you go off. We'll say basically, okay, you can go off and do it. We're gonna put in 30 days. We're gonna put your page through the review again, and we'll see how much you've actually done. By then, so 30 days later, we can run it again.
Give you another
free
analysis.
Yeah, maybe like 2% more or something, like something stupid. And we can just contact and follow up and say, hey, we've seen that it's been 4 weeks since we spoke, and there's not really much improvement in your page. Are you sure you don't need some help with this? Right? So that's what we can do. If they refuse the help, we can just do that, right? So again, they're going to see eventually that this is the best option for them to do. So let's assume the other way then, that now they said, yeah, I want some help, right?
Let's talk about it.
All right, and now we can turn this off, yeah? So you can see us guys now. All right, so let's say then, I've asked you, okay, would you like our help to help you implement this plan?
Oh, sorry. You're like, well, maybe. How does it work? What do I get? How much does it cost?
Okay, and then we'll simply tell them. Okay, tell them what we do. Okay, and we'll get Derek again to give us a nice, clear description of that. But ultimately, it would be something like, our done-for-you team will handle all this for you. They will follow this plan, and they'll implement it all for you to save you time, and just get it done consistently every day.
Yep.
And basically we can say, look, our packages start from the minimum $200 a month, right? But here's where we're going to the lifetime customer value, because we want to make sure it's actually going to be worth it for them. So I would say, okay, let's see if this actually makes sense financially for you to do this.
Okay.
how we usually do that is to figure out with you what is an average customer worth to you.
Yeah.
We're very confident we can help. I'm going to ask, if we did all this stuff and we got your engagement up and boost your leads, do you think it's realistic to say we can help you get one new client a month?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so most business owners will agree with that, right? So with everything we do, if we can get you one customer a month, would it really be worth it to your revenue at the worst case? So we'll help them figure out what's their average lifetime client value. Most businesses don't know this, they don't work it out. So what business shall we pretend to be?
Hairdresser.
Hairdresser, okay. So, so I would say, okay, let's help you work out your average customer value. Okay, so what we say is the average transaction amount one client pays per time with you.
$75.
$75, okay. And now how many transactions per month would they do that for?
4.
4, okay. So that's pretty big. We'll probably say like 2 just to be realistic, right?
2, but then that number doesn't work. I should use like 100 then, right?
Let's do 100 to make math simple, right? So let's do $50, right? So $50 a time. Okay, we want to be conservative with it. We don't want to hype anything up. It's like, that's the worst case. They spend $50 a time and they come in twice a month on average, right?
Right.
Okay, so that customer's worth an average of $100 a month to you.
Got it.
How many months on average do you retain your typical customer for?
Years. 2 years.
2 years. So let's say maybe they last 1 year with you, right?
Okay.
Worst case. Do you make any upsells to that client over 1 year?
Hell yeah.
Okay. And so how much extra per month would you say each customer would buy from you?
Average out to an extra $30 to $50 a month.
$30, right? So we could say one customer's worth $130 to you a month minimum, and they'll stay about 12 months minimum too. Okay, so that would be like, I don't know, like $1,400, whatever. So do you agree that if we get if you're investing $200 in us, and we can get you back one customer that's worth $1,400 to your company, would that be a sensible decision for you?
Absolutely.
Right, yeah. So it kind of takes care of itself. So when business owners see that,
just walk them through the math.
Yeah, it's just clear math, right? When they realize the lifetime value, they can actually realize how much they can actually afford to get customers. And the businesses that fail are the ones that don't realize what they can actually afford. So they shy away from paying for advertising, right? So that's when you do logistics right, closing people is pretty easy. They're looking at the wrong metrics usually.
And by the way, notice like he didn't tell me, I was like playing the business owner, he didn't tell me this is what you should do. Like he asked me how much do you charge for this? How much is this worth to you? How long did they stay with you? So I'm the one telling him I charge this much, this is how much I make per month on average. Then he's just taking my information and plugging it in and saying, giving it back to me, as opposed to coming in as an outsider and saying, you will make more money for my service, guaranteed, just because we're awesome. This way it's like you're always asking and checking it. He didn't tell me that's a good decision. He asked me, he walked me through steps in my own mind. Did you notice that? It's like, how many times do they visit you? Twice per month. How much do you make? 50. Okay, so now 2 times 50, 100 per month. How many upsells? $30 per average. Okay, so 130 per average. How long did they stay with you? 2 years. Okay, let's make it up. 1 year, right? Do you see it walking me through? And then by the end, it's like, well, assuming that all the information that you just gave me is correct, then would it be a good decision to trade $200 per month for $1,400 back? And they're like, well, yeah. They're like, great. Should we go with Visa or fucking PayPal?
Yeah, and the more you can like conserve it down, because they're used to sales people trying to convince someone, hype it up. So I just go the opposite, and I look for like the worst case scenario. So at that point, I would even, as long as they're making more than they're spending, I might say, you know what, we've got that $1,400. Do you think you might even get some referrals? You might think you can get one referral from a customer in 1 year.
Yes.
So that if that customer refers one more average customer, that's actually going to bring $2,800 to your business. It doubles. But I'd say they don't refer anyone, they don't upsell at all, and they only stay 6 months, and you only make $300. At the worst case,
no, that would be 100, 600.
600 then, right? Yeah. So you can see like with lifetime value like that, that's what we like service businesses because it's so easy. Restaurants are the same, you know, average per head, per time, how many times they come and so on. It makes it, because we've got the cost down to 200, it makes like a no-brainer decision. And yeah, like Alex said, you know, we call this the collaborative close because he told me the plan. Okay, I didn't advise him or tell him anything.
My ego didn't get activated, but like, who is this guy coming in, stranger telling me how to run my business? Just asking questions. Everybody likes talking about the business. Everybody likes talking about how much money they can make and stuff. So
resistance, yeah. So ego is resistant. Resistance comes up when you're telling someone something because part of the brain, this is like neuroscience. Doesn't matter what you say, even if it's clearly true. The brain doesn't just accept conscious commands. Your subconscious brain will accept things, but your conscious brain, like your what do you call it? Like not the superconscious, but the conscious and subconscious, isn't it? So the conscious part of your brain, the fast thinking, right now kind of part of the brain, won't accept anything as fact because it would be bad for your kind of survival. So if I say to you the sky is blue, you don't just go, yeah, it is. You actually stop and go, yes, it is. You actually go, do I believe that? Yes, I do, right? So whatever you command anyone or you tell anyone, they're gonna put up a split second of resistance,
which is bad for us.
Yeah.
So we want to smoothly Jedi mind trick your way past that one by just asking them the questions and getting them to tell you, I would make this much, or getting this many. I would love to make so it's like
they tell you
200 a month, right? Oh, by the way, we haven't had any comments. Can you guys just do a quick check-in in the Facebook post, all 4 of you who are here, and just let us know that you're still with us and everything's like chugging along as expected, and we'll just continue with this because this is, I think, the major thing, the major one easy, simple process you could all do right away, just walking them through the math is going to have the biggest result. And I think also is this thing, it seems difficult to go out and sell the stuff, but this is the one thing that makes it really not difficult. Just waiting for any comment. Boom, Jay Lima, thank you, sir. Excellent, we have one there. Good, and Manish and Alejo, awesome. So looks like we're just kind of delayed. And we have Andreas, sick.
Okay.
Awesome, guys.
Just want to check in, make sure that we haven't been talking to ourselves for 20 minutes.
Yep.
They've just been enthralled, that's all.
Yeah, so I just want to, like, while we have your attention for sure, to again reinforce like how easy this math thing is. How would you calculate the lifetime loss of a coffee shop? You don't calculate it. You ask the business owner. That's the beauty. You ask them, what's a rough estimate of how long your customers stay with you?
It's average transaction amount. Okay, we can write this down for you. Average transaction amount, first of all. Starbucks have done this. Starbucks actually calculate their lifetime value over 20 years, right? So I'll tell you how Starbucks do this. You won't do this with clients, that's going to be a bit crazy for them, right? But just to show you, like, Starbucks actually use this process. This is not just made up stuff. This is how the top businesses in the world operate. Starbucks value, they believe the average person spends $15 per transaction. Their average customer comes in like 3 times a week, 3 to 5 times a week, right? They have an average upsell value of like a certain amount as well. Okay, and so it's average transaction. Frequency of transactions is the second layer. Okay, how often? So it could be how many weeks, how many months on average. Starbucks estimate that their average customer stays with them for 15 years. Right, so they ain't worried. And they make an average of like $20,000 per customer in 15 years. So they'll easily spend 10 grand to get you through the door, and they'll make money on you in 10 years time. Because they're thinking fucking big, like they don't fuck around basically. So for the small business owners, you figure out what's the average transaction. Let's say $10 in a coffee shop that's cheaper than Starbucks. $10. Let's say the customer comes in 3 times a week. Okay, so like $30. Okay, 30, 60, 90, like 120, let's say a month. Okay, then how many months would they stay with you? And like this, and it's a coffee shop, hairdresser, service business. It's going to be 6 months to a year minimum, usually, right? So it'll usually be 6 months or at least. Stats show that if a customer stays with you for 1 year, there's a 90% chance they'll stay for 5 years. Okay, because it's kind of, they're in that habit with you now. You can also add on, like I said, upsell value. Do they buy anything else with you in that time? And there's also referral value. Okay, so how many referrals at the worst case they might get you. So all those things added up gives you a good estimate of client value. There's actually more than that, right? That's the basic ones. We can go further into that because we actually now have viral value. You know, the fact that every customer knows an average of 300 people on first name basis and have access to at least an average of 600 friends on Facebook, right? So you have the value of that customer when they like you to have them post up stuff for you on Facebook. You know, that's stuff that just gets really hard to track. So that gets a bit into like hype land then, okay? So we just keep it on the basic average transaction, frequency of purchase, and number of, duration of being a customer. Also retention, referrals, and upsells. That's the basic customer value equation. Okay, and you'll see, it works out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So
that's average transaction amount times frequency of transaction.
Yeah,
times lifetime
number of months or years they stay. I would usually put it at 12 months. I know people can stay longer than 1 year, but we usually put it at a maximum of 12 months. We don't really go for like 5-year lifetime value. We just say 12 months maximum, so we know yearly how much money we make from that one person. And the businesses that know that, and you've educated them on that, it changes their entire business model now, because they now know they're probably going to make an average of $500, $1,000 or more per customer, over the next few months, and then they can actually realize how much they can spend to fill up their business and make money in the long term. So that's the overall gist of it. And as the weeks go on, we'll go more in depth on specific sales psychology things here and there. But we want to keep this simple for you and tell you that's the process, just like we outlined on this call. Leandros took it. He's been doing it. He's closed 5 hotel chains on this straight away. Other guys have been closing on it too, because we've made it easy for you. 90% of the work in sales, probably 99% of the work is, it's not convincing how great you are. It's not like whatever. It's simply the customer has to believe that if they pay you, it's a low risk or no risk investment. That's it. That's if you establish that you have something they clearly want, the only reason they're not paying you for it is because they already have someone doing it for them, or because they don't believe they believe it's just a risk of paying that money, right? So we've lowered the price down for them to take away that risk. So you haven't got to be a hard pressure salesman with all these ninja closing tactics. You have to do that when you have bad marketing and bad positioning. We have great marketing, great positioning. We've given value to them before we've even gotten the phone call. So they actually kind of feel like they owe us already. We're doing this for free. And our only objective is to give value, because if you went out there and you had hit 30 businesses this month and you had no sales, all you did was did a review for them and had a consultation and gave them a plan to move forward. We might make no sales in 30 days, but you've boosted your reputation. They've got you in mind for the future when they do need you. They might refer you to somebody else. It's just good energy. It's like we're just going out there to give. We're giving strategically. We are asking something in return, but we're not dependent on them taking it. Okay, and if you just go with that process, you should take away your sales resistance. There's no attachment to outcome, because the outcome is not I have to make a sale. The outcome is I have to help this person.
Just give them the results of the like letter. Just literally give them the results. We'll give you a letter that if you go in, approach, dude, one a day. Like, just make a minimum goal to approach 1 per day. If you're serious about this shit, otherwise, why the fuck are you here? Just like leave, just leave. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you're not interested in actually going out and making real money, get the fuck out of here. But if you're here to make real money, just make a commitment to do a minimum of 1 business a day, and we will do everything we can to make it as easy as possible for you. So we're beyond all the systems that we're setting up and everything. We're gonna make it. If you want to go out and say, I'm gonna make I really want to do it. Like, I'm gonna hit 5 businesses a day, which I think is very simple. Everyone here could do 5 businesses or 6 businesses in half an hour to an hour, being very generous, with the time. I mean, you could really do like probably 30 in an hour if you just, or let's call it 20 in an hour, just dropping them off, and just like almost just being the delivery man. Will give you a letter that you can write and then just follow up with them, the next round. So there's really no excuse unless you're just like pussying out. If you really want to make the money, it's easy. All you have to do is go and drop the shit off and follow up. And we're even gonna put a team in place to help you do the like analysis and send you leads at some point, so you don't have to go out and do that yourself.
Yeah, another tip as well, like we were talking about today, is to start with businesses that you already go in and use and maybe have relationships with. So we're starting with the coffee shops we go to all the time, and most of them just have rubbish scores. So we're looking at one, Muse coffee shop, which we're in all the time. It's a really shit hot restaurant. They make plenty of money, but they want to get engaged on Facebook, and they only got 45%. Right? So we know these guys. We're in there all the time. They know our faces. At least the waiters know our faces. It's not a stretch for us, which we'll probably do later if we go there later on tonight. We'll just reach out and say, hey guys, who can we speak to? Like, who's in charge of like getting you guys customers and who can we speak to about bringing you guys new customers and making you more money? Who do we speak to about that, right? And they'll run and get the manager straight away, right? So this is how you position things like that, right? If you're like, who do we talk to about selling onto a program? Then they're like, nah. But if you say, who do we talk to? We want to help you get more leads and customers. Who's the best person to talk to about that, right? And they'll bring out the manager or the sales manager or whatever it might be. And we'll say, hey, you might recognize us. We're here all the time. We're good customers of yours, which is like, treat us well, right? It's like, we come here all the time. We love your business. Only say it if you mean it, obviously. But we'll say we love coming here, and we represent a digital marketing agency. We do social media management work, and I had my team. I asked them a special request if they would do a rundown of your business page, see if we can help you, and they gave me the results. And to be honest, I was quite surprised. There's a lot of areas that you could actually make better. So would you guys want to, have 15, 20 minutes some point this week to sit down and I want to share with you what my team found. And, and then if they start thinking, oh, is this going to be a sales pitch? Then I'll just say to them, we'll sit down and talk about what we found. And you know what, we're happy to do this for free just to help you out. We love coming here. But if you do want to find out more about our services and help us doing it for you, we can talk about that at the end of the meeting. But there's no obligation. We're not going to pitch you on anything. If you want, I even say sometimes, I say, look, if you want to, I will not even mention our service, okay, unless you ask me first, okay?
Which they always do, by the way. If there's any interest at all, you don't have to like ever pitch them on the like this. So, goddamn, anyone who's like asked me, anyone here who's, I'm not even going to call them out by name, but who's been on training with me for a while and has not been approaching businesses, just fuck you, because you just have to be there and realize it's really not so hard to transition to that thing if you're just giving like what we're saying here. They're going to ask you, they're going to be like, thank you so much, like for the road, for giving me guidance. You're coming in like all day. They're just sitting there thinking about fucking, how do I build my business? How do I get more money in the bank? And all these problems, stress, and you're just like, hey, here's some free help. And they're like, awesome, that's amazing, thank you so much. At the end of that free help, if you're just doing what we're saying, asking the right questions, and just literally reading off of the page, they're going to ask you, so what do you do? How do you help your clients? What does that look like? And then you're just like, oh, we post 3 times a day. We create the content for you. It's targeted to help build your list, build engagement, get you more leads, get you more sales. Here's some examples. By the way, it's only $200 a month, and we'll handle all of this shit for you that we just talked about. It's easy. You don't have to even sell it, man. Just go out and give it to them. They're going to ask you for it. They're going to beg to pay you. Please, can I pay for you to help do this? It's only $200 a month. Yes, please. How do I fucking sign? Like, show me where to sign.
Well, Leandros, our guy, he went to a one main hotel a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
He closed them on a deal right there. They've contacted him back now and said, we also have 5 other hotels we own. Can we pay extra for an account for every one of those too? So that's turned into like 4 or 5 total sales now. So that was his first day on the job. His first lead, he went in there, started with that hotel, put them through, and thought, right, I'm going to go and speak to the owners and tell them about this, right? Because every business owner knows they need to be on Facebook. Every business owner knows there's money on Facebook. And every business owner knows they suck on Facebook and haven't got a fucking clue what to do. It's an amazing need that's just not being filled, right? So Leandro's got 5 sales there.
That one sale.
So that's $250 a month check he's getting from us now in passive income. We handle the work. He just sitting now. He's gonna get $250 now from one day of work. $250 passive. We write the check for him now every month as long as that hotel stays with us.
They stay at 12 months. That's $3K. So
for a 20-minute meeting. And he's like every day. That's why he can't make this call tonight. He's just booked someone else. It's 7:00 p.m. Paphos time. He's booked someone in now, right? He is on it because he's like shit. He's thinking, well, his goal. He won't mind me saying, but his goal is in 90 days. He wants an average of 2 sales a day. In 90 days, he'll be on $9,000 passive income a month. For that, he can stop working. He can take 3 months off and still have $9,000 or more coming in, right? This sounds hypey, sounds crazy, sounds too good to be true, but do the maths yourself. This is it. We have found the way. I don't know, it's just happened. We've managed to plug this in and seen that no one is doing it at this price. We're very happy that Derek, his social media team have agreed to do this. Because Derek is a very smart, forward thinker. The other people we asked before, other solopreneurs, social media managers who charge $1,000 a month. We told them the plan, and they're like, no, I do all the work myself. I can only handle 10 clients. I've got to charge this much. We went to Derek. We said, Derek, we want to help you build a freaking huge agency. Okay, I'm in. This is gold stuff, right? So.
And by the way, I don't know if there's a couple new guys here on the call. We have this idea, and I'm assuming you've all seen the videos we've already done, but we want to get you all making as much money as possible and as easily as possible, because that also makes us money more easily as possible as well. So this is the idea, right? Is for anyone who steps up and realizes, oh shit, all I have to do is just dedicate 1 hour per day or 5 days a week and approach as many businesses as I can in that time, handing out these free things and having those conversations and following up with them all and then trying to sell as many of them as possible, which will be fucking easy. Then you do that, and very quickly you're gonna just get sales. And what we want, just by doing that process, it's just gonna happen. If you don't have sales yet, it's because you haven't gone out there enough, period. So that's the answer that a lot of you really need. Just go out. But when you do it, and you start getting money, you'll to the people who step up, me and Justin are going to pull you aside and say, hey, dude, you are setting an example. Like Leandros, he's here in Cyprus. He's setting an example. We want to help him build a team underneath him that he can basically, use his superpower, his magic skill set, and kind of train that into 5 or 10 or 50 or 150 people below him. And then he can, again, step outside more, manage more projects by training his superpower into his agents, and then just make even more passive income from all of those people doing the work for him using his skill set. So any one of you who shows initiative basically and goes out and gets some of these clients, we're gonna pull you aside and say, hey, let's find people that you can train to do what you're doing now, so that you can make more money doing less work, and we can all grow bigger. So I know there's a couple guys who just are joining today. I'm not sure if you've heard that yet, but it's pretty big shit. Like, we're basically saying that you can take yourself out of the business as well, just by going out, showing a bit of initiative and proving that you can do it, and then we'll help you build a team underneath you, and you can train them to do it, and then so on and so forth. Like, just make your ever-growing passive income revenue with less and less work, if you choose.
Yeah. And also with Leandros, then we kind of classify our guys as we have the sales team, and we have then social media marketing team. So we have a few guys in the group who are already social media marketing experts or Facebook marketing experts, and they're kind of building their own list of business owners that are interested in that. And so, you know, we're having those. If you are one of those guys, you're already in social media, you already put a blog, or you teach Facebook or social media stuff, you know, you can then add this as your done for you level of service. And this is a process that actually even Marie Smith uses. Marie Smith is like probably the leading Facebook marketing expert in the world. She actually is now hired by Facebook to do seminars on their behalf.
Jesus.
So they trust her that much.
Scale on that level.
And you know, we were on her website today, and you know, she says the same thing. She has products you can buy to do it yourself. You can do it with her, like consulting and speaking on boot camps. But she says herself, I don't run a done-for-you agency, but I do refer out to certain people. Okay, we look through, so she refers out to like 5 or 6 other people or agencies that do offer done-for-you service. You know, we've checked them all out. They do nothing different to what our guys do. Our guys' quality is just as good, if not better, a lot of the time. You know, because our social media guys, Derek, are also learning under me. Okay, and you know, I'll say it hands down, I'm one of the best marketing minds in the fucking world right now. I'm not afraid or ashamed to say that. So my results back it up. So they're learning under us. So we've got really, really good results with Facebook stuff. We've built multiple 6-figure revenue streams with Facebook ads. We run Facebook campaigns for 8-figure earners. Okay, we're running campaigns right now. We're working, doing events with Richard Branson and people like that. So we have an amazing service, and those guys are charging like $1,000 or more per month. Our guys are doing it $200. Right? The biggest objection you guys are going to get is that it sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, the only objection I say to that usually is they can pay us more if they want to, if that makes them feel better. But so, yeah, that's pretty much the process. You guys have any other like questions about any of this? Oh, so I was getting back to, about the social media manager, social media experts, you guys. Leandros is starting with that this month, so he's going to be we're going to revive some seminars I've run in the past on Facebook marketing. So I have a seminar presentation I've done with great success. I did a free seminar around Europe a couple of years ago. I launched it. One time we filled out 6 nights in a row with 150 people. Free seminar. So, but you know, the seats all booked out. So I'm going to be teaching you guys, the social media guys, if you want to come forward, I'll be teaching you guys that seminar process. If you want to get on stage, if you want to start putting small groups together in your area, you know, groups of 20, 30, 40, 50 business owners or more, and you want to teach them about these key Facebook strategies, and then simply at the end offer we can do it for them if they want to. That's going to help you get 5, 10, 20 sales a month in about 2 hours a month.
Oh my God.
So we want to help you do that. Yes. So we want to help you do it. That'll raise your brand. Okay. You can do your own consulting. You can make your own digital products. You can still make all your own money that way. But if clients want to sell, want to do it done for you, you get to offer it to them. Do no fulfillment on the back end. It's taking care of it for you by really reputable, high quality guys. and you're just getting paid anyway. That's what Marie Smith does, and she's the foremost Facebook expert in the world. So it's a system that works pretty much. So any questions on anything at all, guys? So we got Adrian's asking, do you recommend working with English businesses by doing meetings online?
So he wants to go in French. So we're just looking. Right. Basically, Adrian, we're waiting for a response from a couple of posts we put out to find a French social media marketer who then will get trained by Derek and then build a team underneath him to be able to fulfill all the orders from you and other people we have who work in French.
I think what Derek said, one full-time guy can do 45 accounts.
Yeah.
So if Derek can get one French guy, that's 45 up to 45 accounts. That 45 sales you can make then without before he needs more. So that should be.
Yes, indeed. And at 45 sales, you'd be making a cool 2,250 passive dollars per month. So not bad.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think it could be done in a month, man.
So let's talk about our goals and that. So we have a big goal. We want to get everyone enrolled. So when we get 420 sales, 420 accounts on the books, that's going to be what, $85,000 a month coming in?
Just about 84,000.
84,000. So 420 signups. That's the goal. All right. Now, call it as crazy as you want, but we've worked out a plan to see if we can do that in the next 90 days, okay, or the next, well, about 100 days, the rest of this month. We've worked out a plan, okay. We'd love it if you guys want to jump on board and help us do this. We have the rest of June, and then we have July, August, September, 3 whole months. So our goal is to get 420 sales by October the 1st. That will bring us to a 7-figure company in 3 months.
Wow!
Right?
7-figure business, 3 months.
Yes. That sounds pretty crazy and badass, but when we break the numbers down, here's how it looks, okay? 420 sales, only at the $200 a month level. That's 140 sales a month, or 35 sales a week, or just 5 a day on average. So between all of us, if all of us pull together, we've got guys like Leandros doing seminars now. He closed 5 today on his own. All you guys put together too. You know, if we can, all of us just get 5 sales between all of us in one day.
Yeah. There's 5 sales total from all like 40 or 50 of us. I mean, there's only 30 in the Facebook group now, but we actually have other people who have yet to like grab them into the group. So let's assume it's like 50. Between 50 people, we only need 5 sales per day. And each one of you watching this could get 5 sales per day on your own. So
yeah. If we do that and if we hit that goal, when we hit it by October the 1st, we're gonna throw a hell of a party for you guys. You're gonna be rewarded big time for that if we hit that goal.
Oh yeah.
But we have to pull together. It has to be a team thing. Okay, want you guys out there getting your own sales, build up your own passive income, meet your own goals, but we want to pull together as a team and really make this something freaking special and crazy and get in the record books. Because we do it, because we just know we can. That's why you guys are here.
7 figures, 3 months, 8 figures, 12 months.
That's a 12-month goal, 8-figure business in 12 months. We've got the numbers to work that out too.
1 million per month revenue. How's that sound? How would you like to be a part of the core team growing a business to, you could say like I was part of this core sales team, the group business, to $1 million per month revenue business in like from scratch in less than 12 months. I want that on my tombstone.
Cool. Any other questions, guys? I think we're pretty much done otherwise for tonight.
What, Mike, I have a question. Besides, if these guys don't have clout, we'll wait and see. But my question to you is, what would stop you from going out and making an approach to 5 or 10 potential businesses per day, what would it be that would stop you from going out and making those approaches 1 hour, let's say, of your time per day? I wonder how long this lag is. It's probably like estimated 20 seconds. Give me that nut. 5 viewers. What would it be that would stop you from going out an hour a day, making 5 to 10 approaches to these businesses? What was the question? The question was, what would be the thing that would stop you from going out and approaching 5 or 10 potential business clients per day? What would be this thing what might stop you from doing that? Because we've already discussed it's fucking easy. It's not going to take much time, much effort, energy, or knowledge. What would be the thing that would stop you? Like what might be an excuse that would come up for like, oh, I couldn't hit my daily like 5 or 10 approaches to the business because of this shit that came up. Okay, so Alejo says nothing. That's good. I like that.
Okay, so starting tomorrow. Huh?
We're gonna hold you to that, Alejo. So every day, and let us know. By the way, Alejo, how many? What's your target for the day? What's your daily target? How many can you approach, and will you commit to approaching? Andreas, lack of business in a small town.
Which town is that?
Yeah, Andreas, can you let us know what town you are in? Andreas looks like a Scandinavian name here. So, but bigger town nearby. So the question would be that then, if it's like depending on how far away the bigger town is, if you have to take a train or something to go get it, to go get there. I mean, oh, it's in Germany. Salzgitter. And how far away is it? Because
Salzgitter.
Maybe what you should do, maybe what you have to do, depending on if you have a job or what your schedule is like, is take out 1 or 2 days per week where you go to the town, or depending on if it's closer, you can just go there once a day after or before work or whatever, and just make a big chunk of approaches. If you only have 2 days a week, it's far away, a couple hours away or something, just go out into the town, go gather your like 100 leads or whatever before, and then just spend 3 or 4 hours, half of a work day, basically, just handing out these free things and then following up with them all later. That would be the other option. But definitely start in your small town to begin with and fucking dominate that area first. Cool. Jay says gas would be the excuse not to. So yeah, okay, that's a weak excuse. That's yeah, right? Because if we think about it, because I know we talked about where you live, you're pretty close to stuff. So let's say, $5 you're spending per day in gas. If you're spending $5 or even $10 per day in gas, man, and you're going and approaching 5 or 10, 15 businesses per day, you're gonna very quickly make back the gas money.
You can go online as well, right? You can just message the company on Facebook. If they have a Facebook page, you can try messaging them, emailing them, and do it over Skype. Okay. If this thing, like it's different mentality. Like obviously you're at a place where you don't really need the money. Because I've been I don't know about you, but I've been at places. I started doing this years ago is when I got to a place where I needed the money, or I would be kicked out of my apartment, broke and homeless. So when you get to that point when you need to make money, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter if I didn't have a car or gas. It wouldn't matter if I didn't have shoes. Like I would go out and crawl over glass to make some money, because it was better to do that than be homeless and ashamed. So it is it's easier to say it when you're in a position where you haven't got to do anything, you haven't got to make any money, you don't really want it that bad, and that's totally fine, but just think about what, try and put yourself in a state where it actually is worth it to you to go and do it, the excuses tend to disappear then.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you've just don't want it that bad, that's totally fine. It's just, you're not gonna steer yourself up into an emotion, but yeah, but always look for another way around it anyway.
So Andrea says, what exactly is it we'll be giving out? I'm not sure if you just joined us recently on the call, bro, but earlier we were talking about the process of creating and in a previous videos, training videos, creating a likealyzer.com analysis of a business Facebook page. Were you here for that? If you missed it, it's okay, because you can rewatch this from the beginning and you'll see everything we talked about there. And like I said, we've also covered it in both of the previous training videos as well. So, right, that's what we'll be giving out, is basically a report, which you just very easily plug in the Facebook page of a business you want to approach. You get a very simple, clear analysis, and yeah, so you print it out and hand it to the rep. And we're gonna have a process that you could even send us a list of the businesses that you want plugged in. We'll plug them in for you. We'll cut out the analysis and add our logo to it or whatever, and then send it to you. So we'll make it very easy for you to like get that and then just print, walk in, hand it out, along with some kind of letter, a templated letter that we will write for you and then give to you. You can just print that out as well, sign it, boom. So there's that. And let's talk to Adrian. Says fear of asking to see the manager. He's young. So you're afraid they won't take you serious. That's totally fine. But actually, they'll probably like, social media is a young thing. So you'll get a little bit of extra credibility from the fact that you're young because of it. I remember that's something that, who do like old people think to ask about Facebook and stuff? It's young people. So
if an old guy went to the manager, talk about how to get cool on reach and engagement on Facebook, it'd be more skeptical.
Dude, we should recruit a bunch of young kids, because then the $200 price would make sense as well. They'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, they wouldn't think it was too good to be true. They'd be like, oh, I'm just getting like a deal with the young kid, But anyway, so yes, it's not going to hurt you, man. Just you bring in the likealyzer analysis. That is good data. All you got to do is present that to them. Hey, man, here's the fucking credible shit. Don't worry about my age. That's not important. You can read. So that's all you need to be able to do, is just read. Go in and read it to them, show it to them, ask questions.
Just like we did it on the call today. So we just did a walkthrough using a real likealyzer page. We did the same thing.
Yep.
We're going to put it on a template though, right? Then we're going to put it on
with our logo.
We're making a template, or
like an easy way to snap the analysis up.
Yeah, are we doing that?
Yep. That's what we'll do. So for now, we'll just get someone to run, like some admin person to take orders of the pages, put it through, screenshot, and then stick a logo, and then we'll just find a system to send it to these guys, basically. So automate the process. They can just say, we want to approach this business. Boom, here's the page. Have someone make them, and they can just print and go every day.
Yeah, I think you just need to make the notes anyway. You don't, you only have to have something when you turn up to the meeting anyway, and by that time you can just take notes off the likealyzer page and put the bullet points on a bit of paper. That's actually what I used to do, because it's actually just easier for you. List the bullet points of the good points and the bad points.
As opposed to bringing the printout.
As opposed to bringing the whole thing, yeah. You can put the main bullet points if you want.
That's easier for you, sure.
Yeah, so no, like with the what it says on there as well, screen captured,
Yeah.
Oh, with notes.
Yeah.
Okay. So cool. So yeah, the age thing, not a problem. So yeah, you print it out, bring it in. We'll give you a letter, like I said, to print with it, so that in case someone's not there, like the owner or whoever it is you need to speak to, then you can just leave that letter there, and that'll be designed to sort of like pre-sell them on a meeting or a consultation, and then make it easier for you to follow up with them after that. So Alejo says, a business owner told me he would consult with his partner. He's considered doing in the future. Could I return and give them the free consult anyway? Yeah, absolutely. When did you check? Was it recently, or you should, you should tell him, just give him the free consult always, because it's not like you want to, don't try to sell them right away. Remember, just sell them on the free analysis, free consultation, free roadmap, just free value, just you want to build up your reputation, give a little bit back to the community, and potentially take them on as a client if they find value in it. But there's no pressure. So you can just say, hey man, take all the time you need to think about whether you want to work with us or not more officially. I put together an analysis for you to help you make that decision, and also provide you with some action steps you can take on your own, just in case you'd rather do it that way. And just free value, no pressure. That way it's all good. Last Thursday. So, and if you didn't offer the likealizer thing yet, definitely just do it that way. Like, yeah, man, no worries. Take your time. Let's do a free analysis in the meantime, just so you have some extra information to make your decision. I look like fucking Jesus with this behind me, bro.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. If you have anything else, now is the time to ask it. Again, didn't seem like I got too many strong reasons why you can't go out and make these approaches more regularly. And just, Andreas, again, if you weren't there in the beginning, bro, you'll be able to see this very shortly. So, guys, unless we have anything else, me and Justin are going to cut out of here. We're going to go celebrate the pursuit of millions and millions of dollars and, good shit. So after this is, I think, live right away on YouTube, so we can just immediately post a link for you to rewatch. And again, if you have anything that pops into your brain as far as an excuse for why you feel you can't go out and make 5 or 10 approaches, post that up in the comments so that we can destroy that excuse, because it's just bullshit. Cool. All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I'm looking forward to doing these again once a week, and maybe some bonus ones here and there. It's all exciting stuff. We're going to keep you updated. There's lots happening every day, so just make sure you check into Sales Domination group regularly. Add it to your favorites up there in the Facebook thing, so it's easy to get to. And make sure you have notifications turned on, because when you get a notification from us, that means it's money in the bank, as opposed to fucking waste your time cat photo or whatever the fuck else is out there, right? You want notifications about money? That's what we're here for. All right, boys. Thanks again. We're going to stop this broadcast, post a link live right now, and of course, anything pops in your head after this, post in the group, and we'll be responding to that right away. Cool. Thanks. Chat soon. Money, money, money. What are you going to do with all that money, man?